in a shocking and deeply emotional twist of fate. Job Sikhala, a prominent opposition figure in Zimbabwe, has been found guilty of inciting public violence. The verdict, announced on Wednesday, the 24th of January in Harare, casts a dark cloud over Sikhala's future as he now faces the prospect of spending up to a decade behind bars. Sikhala's conviction stems from accusations that he encouraged his supporters to respond with violence to the tragic death of opposition activist More Blessing Ali. However, Sikhala vehemently denied these claims, asserting that he was simply acting as the family's lawyer in their desperate pursuit of justice. Ali had been reported missing until her dismembered body parts were tragically discovered in a well. Sikhala, aged 52, also rejected allegations that he organized transportation for party supporters to engage in retaliatory violence. One significant piece of evidence against Sikhala was a social media video in which he can be heard urging the public to seek revenge for Ali's killing using any means available. Although Sikhala denied responsibility for posting the video, the court concluded that it was indeed the politician speaking in the footage, holding him accountable for the subsequent violence that ensued. As the verdict was delivered, the courtroom in Harare became tense and heavy with emotion. Dozens of people who couldn't fit inside the small space anxiously gathered in the corridors. Outside, anti-riot police forcefully dispersed a group of activists protesting Sikhala's detention. He has become a symbol of resistance against President Emerson Mnangagwa's alleged repressive regime and a beacon of hope for those yearning for change and justice. Sikhala has spent nearly 2 years in prison without bail, yet his spirit remains unyielding in the face of oppressive circumstances. On January 29th, Sikhala's lawyers, along with those representing opposition MP Godfrey Sithole, will plead for leniency. Both men now confront the grim possibility of a decade-long imprisonment or a substantial. As the date approaches, emotions soar, intensifying the overwhelming sadness and despair that envelop Sikhala and his supporters. This dramatic and tragic chapter adds another layer to Sikhala's already tumultuous journey. Despite being arrested over 65 times in the past 2 decades, Sikhala had managed to evade convictions in each case until this fateful verdict. Hopes that emerged following a coup in 2017, promising a potential turning point for Zimbabwe, have now faded away, leaving the population dissolute, in the midst of anguish and despair. However, the weight of his current predicament threatens to crush even the strongest spirit. The court's decision has sent shockwaves throughout the nation, leaving many grappling with a mix of sadness, anger,